The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Alex Francke, Miss Kentucky. Thank you for joining us on the show. We're so tickled to death to have you.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. It's an exciting time for Lexington sports.
It really is. And we've got on the show today Brian Landis and Frederick Douglass High School. They're not only 4-0, off to a great start this year. They have a running clock on almost every team they play. It's phenomenal.
3 out of 4 games.
Yes.
It's really incredible.
A running clock. They played Henry Clay Friday night also. And our features on Azariah Israel. He's a young man from GRC. You know a little bit about him.
Yeah, he's got 5 touchdowns in the last game they played. Absolutely incredible for GRC. It's a great win for Clark County.
Looking forward to that feature on Clark County. Also, our scholar athletes are from Sayre School, that great institution over there. And these young ladies, they're soccer players, but most importantly, 4.3 GPA, 3.7, whatever. They are on an undefeated soccer team, 13-0.
13-0, and they've got the grades to back it up.
And Michael McKinney, the coach, is in with us to brag on his young ladies as he should. And we've got our interns talking with them on the show today. We got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down to Nicholasville to that great, that's right, Sutherland Chevrolet. There we go down there. And Peter Gray is in from UK Sports Medicine. He's going to keep us in the game out there with UK Sports Medicine. We've got some timely discussion with him and always talking about something timely, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that. And we thank, of course, Alex Francke for joining us on the show today. Let's get to the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by Game Time and brought to you by PrepSpin.com, where next Friday night, one of the big games of the year, it'll be Scott County against Frederick Douglass on PrepSpin at 7:30 next Friday.
We kick off tonight's show with the holy war between Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian. In 5 all-time meetings, the Knights have won 4 of them. The Eagles' lone victory coming 2 years ago. Lex Cath ranked number 4 in 4A. LCA ranked number 4 in 2A. And the Eagles get on the board first. Jaden Barnhart on the keeper up the gut, 6-zip LCA. Bo Allen, what a crowd, by the way. Bo Allen and the Knights would answer. How about you put it in the basket? Blake Busen, that's a touchdown or knot it up. After LCA takes a 14-6 lead, Allen again looking for Jackson Corbett. They say he steps out inside the 2. We'll look. It's tough angle.
Unfocused. That ref got in the way. That official got in my way.
Barnhart to Xavier Brown. LCA retakes the lead 21-14. It was tight all the way. Catholic, the highlights don't do it justice. Catholic misses a field goal as time expires. The crowd rushes the field. 43-42 LCA.
All right, Douglass is off to a 4-0 start with 3 wins by shutout. Now, keep that in mind because the rest of Lexington's public school football programs have a combined record of 3-15 entering tonight's slate of games. Henry Clay looking for its first win of the year, taking on those Broncos. Douglass got the ball first, and on the very first play from scrimmage, Josh McClurg, he's listed as the quarterback, more like a running back, calls his own number. He's got nothing but daylight in front of him. 69 yards to the house, 7-0 Broncos. Same score in the second quarter. McClurg does it again. This time from 12 yards out. He had 3 scores on the night, over 200 yards rushing. Douglass improves to 17-0 against Lexington Schools with a 27-0 shutout.
And welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report with Alex Francke, Miss Kentucky, Gary Ball, and with us the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Man, you guys are off to a 4-0 start over there, Coach, but most importantly, I was looking at your overall record. If you beat Henry Clay, you'd be 26-4, but officially, you're 25-4 as a head coach. How have you been able to accomplish all that?
Well, number one, you got to have great people in your organization. We've got great people, but, number 2, you have to have great players. And we've got great players that are great humans as well.
Yeah.
And, they're fun to be around. They work their tails off, and we do it the right way. And, I kind of just stay out of their way and let them do their thing, and hopefully I don't screw them up, and we've been able to be successful.
Well, you've already kind of introduced them, but why don't you tell us who you brought with you today?
Yeah. So this is Josh McClurg. He's our quarterback. He's a senior.
Pretty good.
Not too bad.
Dual threat.
That's right.
Threat. We had a feature on him a couple weeks ago on the show.
That's right. And this is Jalen Bybee. So Jalen's been with me for 3 years now. He was one of my first kids I ever went to visit.
Led your team in interceptions last year. Is
Well,
that right?
this guy here, I'm going to tell you, he's got a national record right now. He's got a 102-yard interception return for a touchdown.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. And then down at the end, we have Walker Parks.
Well, Josh, I'm going to ask you, you run the offense there at Douglas. What's it like to have the keys to this offense?
I mean, it's great. We have great players all throughout our offense, and most importantly, we have the best O-line in the state, and they go to work every single day and every single Friday night, and they make it great for us in the backfield and on the edges, all our weapons to be able to move the ball.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of weapons, that's for sure.
Well, Jalen, the defense has 3 shutouts so far. How the heck have you been able to do this?
I think it just starts with the preparation we do, and going against these guys in practice, it makes it like just more easier and more comfortable in the game, and just makes it click.
Well, I mean, the game must, with your practices out there, Doug, the game must just seem like anything. I mean, Lordy, with all the tough practice you got. Walker, you're headed to Clemson to play for the defending national champions next year. What is the strength of this offensive line in your estimation?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is one of the strongest offensive lines in the state, if not the strongest. We got I play right tackle right now. We got Jagger Burton holding down left tackle. Ian Sexton plays center, and we have a couple guys rotating in at guards. We got an injury right now, but we have a really solid offensive line. I mean, every day in practice going against the D-line, the offensive line is pretty dominant, but it's a battle every day, going back and forth. And then in games and everything, we're just crushing D-line everywhere so far. So.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, 5A is a very good class, and I know you all play Scott County next Friday on Prep Spin, and this has become a really heated rivalry. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, 5A is, I think, overall, probably, there's about 8 to 10 teams in there that have a shot to really make a run at it. And, within our district, we've got, that team you mentioned, and so that's become a rivalry in the sense that when we built this thing, we sat down and said, hey, look, what do we have to do to take that next step? We're not interested in winning a few games here and there. We're going to set our goals up here. We're going to set a standard and try to meet that standard. And so along that path, there was one team that was, dominating in this area for a long time. And so, we made it our emphasis, what we have to do to be successful is to take that next step, is to beat those guys. So, everything that we do revolves around how we're going to take the next step.
Well, we'll be there next Friday night to do that game on Prep Spin, Coach. Looking forward to it. Coach Meehan and William Warfield, the King of Stream, will all be there next Friday night. And good luck to you and your Broncos. And
thank you very much.
We don't want you to leave empty-handed. There's some Mingy beef jerky for the coach. We present that every week. And you're a good coach. You know how to win over your team. There you go. Mingy beef jerky, one of the sponsors on the show. And now we're going to this feature. It's on a young man from George Rogers Clark High School, Azariah Israel. Man, he had a big game last week.
I didn't really expect the game to go the way it did, but I was glad it went that way.
Clark County running back Azariah Israel put up video game-like numbers in Friday's win over Montgomery County. The junior tailback carried the ball 11 times for 346 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's an average of 31 yards per carry.
It was an experience because the O-line just did great. There was holes open. Most of my runs, I was untouched every play. It was great.
Montgomery County had no answer for the 5'10" highlight reel, but which touchdown was his favorite?
It was a pitch the O-line had called it. They chose to play, and they pitched it out to me, and then my wide receiver, Dawson Gay, was blocking, and I just stiff-armed the guy down and took it to the end zone.
Israel's performance led the Cardinals to a 42-22 win over their rival, a team they'd lost to the past 2 seasons.
We were all very excited to get the win. 2 years losing to them, we just had to change everything up.
Just 3 games into the season, Israel already has 617 rushing yards on 50 attempts, and that has him raising the bar on his own goals he set for himself.
After this game, I'm on the verge to like 2,000 yards, so I'm hoping to get to that, and then I'm also on the verge to like 30 touchdowns a game if I continue keeping up my touchdowns. But yeah, I set really high goals for myself, and hopefully District Player of the Year.
Lee K. Howard, WKYT.
welcome back. I'm Allie Viney from Scott County, and I have my fellow intern here with me from Lexington Christian, Grace Hager. We are here with the Sayre soccer team, 13-0 undefeated. So just to start off, Claire, with a 4.3 GPA and playing on an undefeated soccer team, how do you balance your time?
I found the best way to manage my time is to focus on the task at hand, even if that means surrendering my time to soccer or school.
Yeah. And then Kate, how do you stay focused while balancing a 3.6 GPA and you play soccer and basketball?
I think it's just about finding the right balance. With basketball being one of the captains last season, I found that being one of the role models and really focusing on showing the girls and the younger classmen that you can find the correct balance.
Yeah, for sure.
Maggie, while keeping a 3.6 GPA, you captain the soccer team and you play lacrosse. How do you balance all of that?
I like to stay committed just because I feel as though athletics has helped me become a better student. Both require a lot of determination and hard work.
And then Coach McKinney, what role do these young ladies play on the Sayre soccer team on and off the field?
We're really blessed at Sayre. We've got great young ladies who are good leaders for our team. They come prepared to practice, they're ready to work, they're all exceptionally hard workers, and just we're really lucky to have them. So.
Great.
Can't say enough good things about them.
Claire and Kate, how will your experiences at Sayre Soccer help you in your college futures?
Well, I plan to use the academic, social, and athletic skills Sayre's taught me over my time there as a means to progress smoothly into the college life.
Yeah, kind of what Claire said. I find that Sayre really encourages us to be involved with our school. So I plan on taking that and trying to get involved in whatever school I choose to attend in the future.
That's great.
Awesome. And then Maggie, what will you take away from Sayre School and soccer?
I feel as though I'll take away so much just from the experience, just the great friendships I've made, the good memories, and a really hard work ethic.
Yeah, and then you guys each will receive a crown trophy plaque tonight, and you can take it down there and they'll specialize it for you and customize it. It's kind of not the same when it's not customized. So.
That's awesome. So congratulations, you all. Thank you all for coming on to the show. We were really happy to have you. And now it's time for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Let's take a look at the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. And this week we have two of them for you. Lafayette's J.C. Shagag takes the opening kickoff of the third quarter against Madison Central, makes a man miss, and goes 95 yards. In the capital city, Western Hills' Caden Moorman does the exact same thing, only he goes 98 yards for the touchdown. Congratulations to J.C. Shagag and Caden Moorman, our Sutherland Chevrolet Drives of the Week.
Welcome back into our UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. Peter Gray's with us. Always great to have you on the show, Peter, because you always do so much good information to keep us in the game. We're going to talk about what we should eat before a big game. What should I eat before I play a big game?
Well, without getting into any special dietary restrictions that some athletes might have, I like to keep everything very simple. Keep everything kind of whole foods with complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and high-quality fats. And one thing I like to stress is usually we see the players that either don't eat or eat too much. So portion control, eating till you're full, and then maybe eating a little bit more later, but not overeating before a game.
Right.
When should you try and eat your pregame meal?
So you want to, if you're going to eat a full meal, you want to at least have time to digest it. So it's going to be 3 to 4 hours before a game to eat like a full meal. I usually recommend to our athletes to have a snack maybe 30 to 60 minutes before the game. If they don't eat the whole snack, have that at lunch, at halftime, I mean. Yeah.
Peter, what should athletes eat during their seasons?
So during the seasons, it's a little, tougher. Obviously, you want to kind of, the best way to do it is to like meal prep out your meals and really eat towards what you want. If you're trying to gain muscle or mass, you want to eat kind of with, with extra calories. If you're trying to slim down, you want to eat with a little bit lower calories. But in order to kind of see all that happen is you need to track your carbs, proteins, fats, and your caloric intake, which is a little more tougher for athletes. I worked with DJ Van Horn at Henry Clay, and I can make a program, but it really comes down to his mom, and his mom will say she put in a lot of effort to meal prep for him to see a good season of meals.
What should any athlete try to avoid eating?
So I usually say, especially right before the game or anything like that, avoid spicy foods, anything that's going to give you problems, high fiber. I don't like people eating a lot of fried foods because those fats don't sit well in your stomach. So anything like that you should definitely avoid.
Well, thank you very much for all that information, Peter. Let's put up their website and the phone number to UK Healthcare there. They've got the walk-in clinic every Monday through Saturday, 7 o'clock. That's a great clinic you have there on Harrodsburg Road. That's a beautiful location there.
Yep.
You guys have really got it going on there. UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. They're our title sponsor on the Scholastic Ball Report. Now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin, where next Friday, don't forget, you can catch the Douglas as they play Scott County game.
And welcome back to High School Game Time. We make our weekly trip to Titletown, where tonight it is a Division I bowl. Christian Academy of Louisville at Boyle County.
Yeah, Cal has UK commit John Young, Louisville commit Austin Collins. The Rebels have Notre Dame commit Landon Bartleson, West Virginia pledge Reese Smith. It's a smorgasbord of talent, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. The Rebels still unbeaten on this season. We pick it up in the second quarter. Rebels already up 21-7. Reed Lantern going up top to his favorite receiver. That's Reese Smith. And he's going 39 yards on the score, 28-7 still in the second quarter. The give here to Andrew Sacco. And watch him. He just patiently follows his blocking. Suddenly he's got 24 yards and a touchdown. 42-14 at the half, and this only got worse for Cal. Third quarter, it's Lantern across the middle to Smith, makes the juggling catch, runs away from everyone. 51-yard touchdown. Chuck Smith, he's got a smile from ear to ear because Boyle County puts a running clock on Cal tonight. 71-28 the final.
All right, back here at Lexington, it's Wes Jessamine at Dunbar. Dunbar coach Wes Johnson once upon a time coached the Colts from Wilmore, and this is called editing to an intro. Oh, look who it is. Hey, Coach. These highlights, a lot of green tonight, okay? Jacob Green
looks red.
Gets the little piglet, and he's running on the green, weaves his way for 15 yards of the score. 7-0 Dunbar. This is West Jess star Jackson Green, son of former UK baseball great and first-round pick in the 96 draft. Chad Green, 2 weeks ago, he had a pick six, and he does it for me again. The teammates run out onto the field, and I have to cut the video. Too much Dunbar. Jake Smith hits a crossing Mitchell Joseph, gain of 59 yards. He had 204 all-purpose yards. Dunbar wins 44-28.
Welcome back in. We want to thank, of course, Douglas High School. Coach Landis, boy, he's got a terrific record there at Douglas High School, 26-4. They play Scott County next Friday. I'm sure you're going.
Oh, 100%.
That'll be a big game next Friday. And thanks to Sayre Soccer, they're undefeated this year. And Alex Francke, Miss Kentucky, thanks for co-hosting with us. You did a great job.
Thanks for having me.
You've got some other career things. I mean, you're busy.
Yeah, they keep me kind of busy. Most people don't know this, but Miss Kentucky every year works for the Department of Agriculture as the official Kentucky Proud spokesperson. So they keep me on the road every single day, whether it's talking at a school about the importance of keeping our bodies healthy by putting in good foods, which you all talked a lot about today.
Yeah.
But I do things like Mobile Science Activity Center. It's been Farm Safety Week this whole week in Kentucky, so we've been doing pep rallies for life. We have a whole calendar of year-round events that keep me pretty busy and on the road.
Well, I'm sure you'll be a great representative for the state of Kentucky. Now, will you be in the Miss America pageant?
I will. Miss America will be on December 19th in Connecticut.
Well, that's right after my birthday. We'll have to check that out, won't we, Peter?
Hopefully, I'll bring home a pretty good present. We'll see.
That's right. We hope so.
Nice?
That's right. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.